So we finished flushing all the angles. They all look nice. Jess did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
We're gonna do the three ways. There's no ceilings here, so Jess already finished a lot of them. They look good. He went backwards on the angles there, and we flushed them, and so there's no three-way work that needs to be done there. Sometimes there is, you know, if you're not a professional like we are, you might leave some mud up there, and you might need to get up there and just kind of clean it up. You know, you would just add a little bit of mud here, and go like this on this side, and just clean up the messiness.
That's if you're really wanting to be really picky. You know, we normally we, you know, when we're rushing, I don't come down with the flusher. We'll just walk around and do this.
Cool. Yeah, so we got some sluggies that are left in the angles from the flusher, you know. There's a little bit of too much mud here. So we're just going to clean these off real easy with our knife.
Real fast, real easy.
Real fast like this. I'm going to clean this off. There's one down here. I'm going to clean this off because it's major. No.
Oh, look there, Phil. Just missed up. See that wrinkle there?
There's a wrinkle tape here. I'm going to show it to you.
That's a wrinkle tape that Jess actually didn't pay attention to. Sorry about that, Phil.
So we're going to pull it out a little bit like that. I'm just going to try to squeeze out the mud.
Because that's what it is. It's a buildup of mud that gets all wonky in behind the tape, and so we want to work that out, get her flat on there again. Much better.
Much better, you know.
Much better.
So, alright, we'll keep going here. Here there's some mud. Just clean that up a little bit, clean this up. So before I move anywhere else, I'm going to do this three-way here. Yeah, there's a little bit of a wrinkle here on the three-way, so I'm going to flatten that out with my knife so it looks flat like this. Then I'm going to clean most of the mud off the three-way so I can see what I'm doing. So I scrape most of the mud off, and now we got a clean three-way, and I make sure that I took out all the wrinkles. This one has no wrinkles, so I'm going to take a little bit of mud, start with the top. You can get the top looking nice, do this side. Then do this side. And you want to make sure that you always do it in this order so that your last swipe is this way, so that you leave a mark in the ceiling if anything. And this is a closet and the ceiling is painted, so we gotta make sure that all the sides are real good.
That's right.
Because there's not going to be any texture covering anything. So this three-way, I cleaned off the edges a little bit after. This three-way is pretty much done because this is the first coat, and we just want to make it a little bit nice. Because we're going to apply more mud. So what we really want to do is make sure that there's no dry tape and no wrinkles. See, there's wrinkles in this one everywhere, so I'm going to work the wrinkles out with my knife. Sometimes you got to use your fingers to get right in there.
Yeah, I personally like to use my fingers. It's a little bit messier. Yeah, again, you know, taster's choice. Maybe on one of these I'll show you how to wipe it out with your finger. Or Phil could if he wants.
So I just removed a lot of mud and it's starting to look pretty good there. So there's no more wrinkles. So I'm going to apply a little bit more mud. Like this, start with the top, this side, and then the last swipe is this way again, of course. Always this way. And I clean off the edges a little bit. There's a couple edges like this. Clean that off. Oh, and there's a little bit of a dry tape right here that I see, so I'm going to fix that.
Just like that.
You know, it can be pretty rough, because we're going to apply another coat after and make it all nice. So we're going to move on to the next two. There's a little bit of sloppiness here that we're going to clean off. Sloppiness right here. Okay, these angles are pretty messy, pretty wet. As you can see, I'm going to push this one down with my finger. I'll maybe push this one down. I'll just make sure that all the tapes are pushed down real good with the finger.
And usually you run your finger to the way the tape is running.
So yeah, I'm going to remove all the mud like this, so I can see what I'm doing. Now I see that all the tapes are pretty good and they're all pushed down, there's no wrinkles. I'm going to fill it again, starting with the top. This side, and clean it up a little bit. And the last swipe is this side always, just like that. If you need to, if you're pretty shaky with your knife, I suggest, usually I use my hand and I kind of rest on the wall a little bit.
For a guide.
Like this.
Hold
The
on.
rest is on the wall.
Okay.
So that it's not too, so I'm not too shaky. So I rest on the wall like this and I got more control over the knife when I'm doing the last swipe. It's real important when you're doing the last swipe, you know. Because the two other swipes don't matter.
Because you've done it to a point where they're not going to interfere with any part of that three-way.
All that it does is leave marks in this one, right?
It's-
So it's this swipe that's real important. So I'm going to stabilize my hand by holding the wall a little bit. And fix this little mark here. And there we go, I'm going to clean it up a little bit. And I see a little bit of a wrinkle here. It looks like there's a little bit of a dry tape. So I'm going to have to fix that a little bit here and just work it out. It was wrinkled, the tape was wrinkled a little bit. That's why there was a little bit of what looked like a dry tape there. So I'm going to start over here again. Top. This way. And this last swipe on the side here with my fingers against the wall.
How I say it is top, bottom, right. That's how I say it. In my head, when I do it, when I'm in the middle of a three-way, that's what I say to myself, and I make sure that I'm doing it properly. But that's a three-way.
That's a three-way.
That's how to tape a basement.
That's how I start taping a basement for sure. We do just the normal stuff, but we'll show you how to do fancier stuff in a while.